Hey guys, what's up? Ruben here from Midnight Garage. So welcome to the first episode of Does It Matter? Now, if you haven't seen the build video of my third generation Honda Civic, let me talk you up to speed real quick. Now, this car might look plenty fast, but let me assure you it most definitely is not. This car left the factory with 70 horsepower back in the 80s. I haven't done any maintenance to it, so I have no idea how much of that horsepower is still left in the car. It is completely stock engine-wise, and it is completely stock suspension-wise. And not only that, I have cut the springs and it's running on winter tires. So it's actually quite a fair bit worse than as it left the factory. So I think you can agree with me that this car is pretty slow. But how slow is it exactly? Before we start the series, I want to find out, and I know just this place to do so. Meet the Nürburgring. It has 147 corners, is 20 kilometers long and has an elevation difference of over 300 meters. It is nicknamed the Green Hell and is one of the most dangerous racetracks in the world. Accidents happen on a daily basis, which frequently closes down the track. Not only that, if you crash your car, you are liable for any damage you caused. Most insurance agencies won't even cover a lap around the Nordschleife, so even a small crash can end up being quite costly. But that of course is only a problem if you survive. The Nürburgring is considered to be one of the most deadly racetracks in the world. Although no official data has been given, it is estimated that around 15 to 20 people lose their lives on the ring each year. So yeah, that all sounds perfect. Let's go! Ominous intro aside, the Nürburgring is actually insanely popular as it's one of the only tracks which is open to public most of the time. This is called Touristenfahrten, and during the time the Nordschleife basically operates as a toll road. You can only overtake on the left and you have to make way for faster traffic. It doesn't matter if your car is super fast or super slow, pay for a lap, which costs about 30 euro at the time that this video goes up, and off you go. Once I arrived, I first wanted to set up my cameras for a lap, but before I even had time to get out of the car, we were immediately called into action, which meant that I had to improvise on the fly. So apparently there was an accident, everybody's waiting and queuing to go on the ring. We're gonna drive now. Sorry for the bad video quality. There we have the crashed vehicle. During Touristenfahren, lap times are measured from the bridge to gantry, and anything under 10 minutes is considered a very good lap time. As my Civic is still in poor condition and very slow, I am kind of expecting a 20-minute lap time. But we will find out soon enough. So about the lap, let me show you my lap time. It's a bridge to gantry lap time, like I said before. 3 minutes 57. Woo! So, like I said before, I kind of expected to get, well, 20 minutes. But let me see if I can focus it. 13.57 is actually pretty okay. It's not a good time, but it's also not a bad time. Nah, it is a bad time. Anyways, I think it could have been a little bit faster because there was a Ford Focus ST in front of me, which was just too fast for me to overtake, but it was still really slow. So if I had a little bit more space, I probably could have overtaken it. I could have knocked a few seconds down the lap, but this lap time is good enough for me. We're going to note that down, and that is going to be our starting point for the Does It Matter project. After my lap, I met up with my good friend Christoph in Adenau. He and his friends were preparing for the EE meeting, which would be held at the Nürburgring that weekend. I unfortunately did not have time to stay the full weekend, but looking at some of the pictures of the meeting, it looked like fun. Christoph has a CRX with so much cool stuff on it, I could easily talk for hours about it. He will come over soon though, so we will do a more detailed video about that in the future. He actually ran into some PCV issues on the track, so he was kicked off the track after only one lap. After a fun evening, it was time for me to head back as we need to drop a plan for the Does It Matter project. So, to conclude, looking back at my lap at the Nürburgring, my very first lap with this Honda Civic, completely stock, 13 minutes 57, and I've been thinking long and hard, and anything sub 10 minutes is considered a fast lap on the Nürburgring. But I want to push it a little bit further, so my goal with this Civic is to eventually reach a sub 9 minute Nürburgring time. Will that be possible? I don't know, we're gonna find out. I have placed these decals on the roof of my car, so that every time I'm driving my car, I'm reminded of my goal. So, how are we going to attain this? Well, simply by upgrading this car. We're going to test out all kinds of stuff, thinking about engine upgrades, engine swaps, bigger brakes, suspension upgrades, better tires, better wheels, everything. Even, you know, like some urban legends like cutting holes in your bumper. If it makes the car go faster, we'll do it. If it turns out that it does not make the car go faster, we'll bin it. So, yeah. It's going to be very interesting to see how this car is going to end up, and if you haven't seen the very first episode of like 2 years ago with the EG Sedan, I recommend you to watch that. It's like way in the old days when the Midnight Garage was absolutely terrible, but that doesn't matter. You'll get a very clear understanding of how we're going to test these performance upgrades, and then you will see what we're going to do. If you guys have any idea or any things that you think will make this car go faster, post it in the comments. We will take a look at it. And yeah, this is going to be a very expensive series for me, so don't expect this to be like a daily or a weekly series. When there are new performance upgrades and new things I'm going to test, I'm going to make a new video. But yeah, we'll just see when that happens. And I don't think this car is going to run a sub 9 minute Nürburgring lap time within this year, so keep your expectations well, low enough for that. Anyways, that's it for today. I hope you guys liked it. Leave a like if you did, and hit the subscribe button if you want to see how it's going to end up with this vehicle. Then hit the subscribe button, and then hopefully we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.